Welcome to Studio Snack. I'm Lydia Thornley, designer, creative director and sketcher.
And I'm Narciso Leda, creative director, designer, and I can't wait for Christmas.
'Tis the season of advent calendars, though I haven't had one since I was a child. And they're quite the thing at the moment. Narcissus, you found some curious ones on sale and some curious ways of approaching the whole advent calendar opening thing.
Yes, so I do remember Brew and Dog did one with beers. I don't know what time you meant to open that one, whether it's in the morning or not. And I also know someone who buys advent calendars when in the middle of December, when they just cost like a few p, and then they just opens them all and buy it the whole lot in one go. She swears that it's cheaper to buy an advent calendar than buying a bar.
Unusual advent calendars, as reported by Hello magazine, I know, include 12 Days of Instant Noodles advent calendar.
Interesting.
Dog treat advent calendar, also cat version, mistakenly eaten by a human. Surely most pets would work that out and eat the lot when their person isn't looking. I've never met a pet who wouldn't do that.
Yeah.
The Scotsman reports that there is an advent calendar of cheese, an idea I can get fully behind.
An idea that I need.
Selfridges does a mini mince pie advent calendar.
Difficult to say.
But would I have the restraint just to eat one? I think probably not.
No, but I think that's the problem with the advent calendars. I don't have I have to be very restrained. The other one I want to highlight is Mr. Bingo's advent calendar, which you scratch the dress of a person, so you end up with a naked calendar. Is there any nerdery that you found interesting this time, Lydia?
There most certainly is, and the history of advent calendars surprised me. They originated as a much plainer tradition in 19th century Germany, when 24 chalk lines were rubbed off doors. There were also pictures pinned up or candles lit, slightly more festive.
Yeah.
And in Scandinavia, candles were marked into 24 segments. In Austria, you would get heaven's ladders or Christmas clocks. And the calendars as we know them seem to have started again in 19th century Germany. Homemade picture calendars were made with tear-off portions. But there are various stories of who came up with the first commercial one. The mother of a man called Gerhard Lang, she made calendars with little biscuits tied to a board, as you do. And when he grew up, he manufactured a version with religious pictures behind doors. And they got more and more adventurous, including a version that could hold candles. I can't imagine that being wildly safe in the average home. Or Friedrich Tüpfler, the owner of a religious bookshop who produced printed Christmas clocks. Or the Neues Tagblatt Stuttgart, which included an advent calendar in its publication as a gift for readers. The chocolate versions are surprisingly recent for two reasons. Chocolate was too expensive to use that way until after World War II. It had been rationed during the Second World War. Also, it was felt to be a bit sacrilegious. But after a photo was published of General Eisenhower opening an advent calendar with his kids, they caught on in the States and they started to get some traction here. Chocolate manufacturers got involved after 1958, but even Cadbury's didn't start producing serious quantities of chocolate calendars until the 1990s, which is really late. I was surprised about that. There have been advent calendar rows. We have another Greg story, yay!
Yay!
Their ad promoting their advent calendar, which swapped the baby Jesus for a sausage roll. I remember that not going down well at all.
As you would, it wouldn't.
As it wouldn't, no. Tony's Chocolonely got some flack for their calendar leaving one chocolate out to highlight inequality. So there were lots of disappointed people getting cross about that.
As you would.
And the 2021 Heroes calendar contained a cream egg, though in its defence, that is one of the heroes. And culturally, there's been a shift over time of advent calendars being for the whole family, not just for kids. Luxury calendars have become a thing too, containing all sorts of treats. In 2017, the BBC reported a £10,000 advent calendar containing rare whiskey. Liberty's beauty calendars reported as selling out and being sold on eBay. But the most expensive is reported to be a jewellery one from Tiffany's at an eye-watering £104,000.
My God!
Even shopping itself has got in on the act. Courtesy of my godson Lewis, I found out about memes doing the rounds about parcel lockers as advent calendars. So I did a bit more research on that, and I bring you The Dutch Post Office, which last year turned automated lockers in 3 areas into giant advent calendars, where people picking up their parcels also got a small gift. Bless, I love that.
I do love it so much.
Isn't that sweet?
Yes.
I think that's a challenge as well. It's experiment time. Narcissus, you've had some good ideas.
Yes, well, they're not going to be as good as this last one, but I'll try my best. But yes, so every day since a few years ago, I receive one word in Catalan and one word in Japanese. So I thought it would be interesting and to get like curious words in an advent calendar that you open. But I didn't go for this one because it was a little bit more, a little bit laborious to try to find interesting words. But other things that I thought would be quite interesting for and related to us, very commercial by the way, but where I'm going in this one, it's that what we've learned in Studio Snack. So 24 learnings about Studio Snack. So that's one of the things that I've done. So we've done, I don't know how many episodes, more than 30 episodes.
I can't count. I'm not going to tell you.
So I went and asked our best friend and intern ChatGPT. I input all the scripts on it, and I said, give me 25 facts for an advent calendar. And he's given me some very good ones and some very bizarre ones, because some of them it was like a comment that we made that didn't really make any sense.
That's kind of in keeping. We've had some interesting adventures with AI during our 3
Absolutely.
seasons.
But so I will modify some of the bizarre ones, but I thought we could put them on our social media just to kind of in keep with our holidays. And then the other one that I thought was going to be interesting, because we were talking about jays in the last episode or in the one before. I kind of got me like, I think a lot of people don't know a lot of birds, and it would be quite nice to get like an advent calendar where you open a window and you learn about how a bird looks like. And I made it like a little bit of a game. So each window has the colors of the birds, and then you have to guess which bird would be. So for example, the first one would be pink and black, and then you open it and you see a flamingo, or you've got another one that is very yellow and a little bit of blue, and that would be like a blue tit.
That is lovely, and I can imagine that looking really good on the wall as well.
Yes. What did you do, Lydia?
Well, I've done 3.
Of course.
It is approaching Christmas. First, well, one was a reject. First, I was thinking a box of 24 edible crayons. Edible crayons are available, so I can't believe that someone hasn't done this already. A search has turned up nothing so far, but mine were numbered and there was an integral sketch pad on which you would draw before eating, not wildly hygienic either. So I rejected that one. My second one is an advent calendar of tiny sketchbooks. I'll post this on my Instagram feed.
I love it so
the
much.
idea is that you fill one a day with, well, anything really. You can choose your own theme. It could be nature, draw your snacks, portraits of your family and friends. So it turns the idea of a gift on its head, because you put something into it and you build that up over the season. And then lastly, for anyone who gets bored quickly or needs an escape from the festivities, the random brief advent postcard. You open the door and each day you place it over any book you have to hand on a page that you just open it at, and I tried my thesaurus, my songwriter's rhyming dictionary, for I have one, and for you, Narcissus, a Victorian gardening book.
Excellent.
You can use it for a line of inquiry, a starting point for an idea, a bit of Dadaist poetry, whatever you fancy. We're not really playing the game, are we?
I really love them.
It's like herding cats, getting creative people to do anything. We don't take direction well.
No, it's like you have a brief and then you just do whatever you want.
Exactly.
I love how dispersed this experiment has gone through your line of thinking and my line of thinking.
It has. Conventional advent calendar size chocolate?
Can I have like a full bar?
Join us next month for our festive edition of Studio Snack.